Thanks for joining us, Coach. Would you like to open us up tonight or go?
Yeah, sure. As always. Obviously disappointed in the final score. Credit to the Buccaneers. Certainly credit to Tom Brady. You see the greatness that he can present. Our secondary I thought was excellent for most of the first half. I thought we did a great job defensively until that 2-minute drive. And so I think the 7 points going into the half and the 7 points coming out of the half were obviously a really big swing in the game. With that being said, it was a 7-point game with 10:24 left. Our guys fought back into the game and just weren't able to get some stops. Some simple, missed assignments, plus some guys back there thrown into action. And, then obviously at the end we got aggressive. We're going to try to get back in the game. We weren't going to punt. And so, the score, the two reverses, the score got a little bit out of hand. But I thought the guys battled, played hard, just wasn't good enough. And credit to them. They're a really good football team.
Let's go into questions. We can start out with Scott Fowler, followed by Chris Jenkins.
Yes, Matt, I'd like to ask you about your quarterbacks. I would like how you thought Darnold played overall and why you didn't use Cam on the 4th and inches from the 1 play in the second quarter.
Yeah, the 4th and inches from the 1, that was just a quarterback sneak. Had it been like maybe 4th and 1, where it was going to be like a quarterback power or something that's kind of Cam's specialty, but really 4th and inches, you're assuming, you're figuring that your line's going to knock them back, and Sam's 6'4", that he'll get the first down from the field. I thought he got the first down, to be quite honest with you, and just the spot came up short. So looking back, what I've put Cam in there at that point, just, to me, if it was like a design quarterback run in the gun, putting him out there, made sense. But, Jeff made the call to go a quarterback sneak, and I thought it was the right call. And so we went with it. In terms of Sam, I don't know if this is correct or not. It says he's 29 of 42. Obviously at the end, I thought up until those two turnovers, he had done a lot of good things. He had made some big throws. I thought the throw to Robbie was a big time, zero blitz guy in his face was as big time a throw as you can make. He stood in there. He had Deontay Brown played a lot. So young line. I couldn't see much that Sam did wrong up until the very end. Obviously, that fumble and then that interception. I have to watch the tape to see, if he's expecting Robbie to break it flatter or not. But it was a shame. It was that fumble and that 4th down stop and that interception that led to the points and the score looking the way it did.
Thank you.
Coach, you were pretty aggressive in that first quarter going for those 4th downs. I just want to hear the reasoning behind that for you.
Well, the one was, 4th and 1. And we felt, obviously we felt like we had a good play. We're going to put it in DJ's hands. We went for it on 4th and 4 and didn't get it really at the end of the half. I didn't go for it on 4th and whatever it was 4 and punted them down inside the 10. And, they were able to drive. So just based upon the feel of the game and the plays that we felt like we had called, made a decision to go for, I think, a couple I decided to kick away on.
And then one other quick one was the timeout at the end of the first quarter. It seemed like you could let the clock run out, but you called that timeout.
Yeah, we had 2 guys in motion. He was about to snap the ball, so I wasn't sure if he was going to snap it. We were going to get a penalty. So just kind of reacting to what I saw out there. Unfortunately, it was clock was running down. The play clock was running down. Would have loved to have let it go to the half, but I did not want to get a penalty in that situation because we had a decent manageable yardage to go.
Let's go to David Newton, followed by Joe Person.
Hey, Matt, David here. You might have seen we had a report yesterday saying that you'd be back this year and for 2022. Can you fill us in on what you've been told about that?
Yeah, I've been pretty straightforward with you guys. I'm never going to speak for Dave. Every conversation I've had with him, he's been supportive. I talked to him today before the game. We're talking about the off season and, things we have to do moving forward. I mean, since I took the job, we've had a plan. I'd like to be further ahead in the plan. No one likes the results that we have right now. We've talked about it time and time again. We know the areas that we have to improve. But I've never had a conversation about, hey, anything about my job status, like, hey, that you're in peril or anything like that. It's always just been talking about football in the future. So I'll leave that to other people.
Thanks.
Yeah, Matt, I was going to ask something similar. Romo said during the CBS broadcast that you indicated to him that you would be back. It sounds like that's what you're indicating to us, but you have not doesn't sound like well, have you been told definitively that?
Yeah, I've answered that to you guys off the record and on the record. I'm never going to speak for Dave. I'm never going to speak for anyone else but myself. Every conversation I've had has been about the future, and what's there. Whether what I told them was I'm going to coach until someone tells me I'm not the coach, and that's the minute I start making things about myself, not about the team, then I'm not who I want to be. So today, this was about going out there and trying to make sure that Shaq Thompson and Justin Burris and Daquan Jones, those guys had the best plan possible. Taylor Moton, that they had a chance to win the game. I'm not paying attention to anything else. So that's my job. Like I said, I don't speak for anyone else. And every conversation I've had has been simply about the future and the plan and where we are in the plan and, what we need to do in free agency and the draft and all those kind of things, which I think are, we're at a really important time right now for Carolina to get over the hump.
Let's go to Jonathan Alexander, followed by Ellis Williams.
Matt, I'm curious, ideally, how would you all obviously have to change things with the offense, maybe looking for offense coordinator. How would you like the offense to look moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like us to have a true identity of being able to run the football and play action and protect the quarterback. And, we have some skill players that are excellent players. So, we're going to go through a process now, what both internal and external candidates, we're going to talk to, kind of like we did in the GM search. We're going to talk to a bunch of people. There's a bunch of really smart people out there from a lot of different places. And, we know what the strategy we want is. We want to be able to control the line of scrimmage and run the football and protect the ball. And, we want to be able to do those things. It's just the tactics for how to do it. We'll try to find someone who, can get that done at a high level. There's lots of people who can, but it'll truly be a process.
Matt, I'm wondering, what did you learn about your team today? I know you had an opportunity to play some more young guys out there. Dante Brown was out there for some snaps. Just what were your takeaways from what you were able to learn in a game that, essentially didn't matter in the win-loss column?
Well, Ellis, I think we learned good. We learned a lot of things, right? We saw some good, some bad. Gronk had a bunch of big plays where he's supposed to be covered, and we're just kind of turning them loose. And who exactly that is, I have to go back and look at the tape and hear the communication. But I think we gave up 7, big plays, explosive plays, and that's something that we haven't done. So that obviously not having Jeremy Chin out there, not having Justin Burris really out there, young guys being out there, the communication wasn't at the level that we would obviously like it to be. It looked like, but there's also some good things. CJ Saunders made some plays. Deontay Brown made some plays. We saw a lot of guys make some plays. And so we'll turn the tape on. I'll watch the tape on the plane. I'll watch it first thing tomorrow morning. I'll see lots of flashes. It looked like, I saw Deontay get edged at the end for a pressure, but, Deontay was in on some of those scoring drives. And so, it was his first chance to play. So there'll be a lot of good. There'll be a lot to learn from. In terms of learning something about our team, I just think, watching DJ Moore make that catch across the middle, like as you said, game 17, we can't go to playoffs to hit his shoulder and come back into the game, to see guys, to see Jermaine Carter, play at Mike linebacker the whole game and play on special teams. I was grateful to him. Justin Burris has been hurt and he's running down on kickoff. I tried to pull him off the kickoff. I said, JB, don't get hurt out here. Like you're growing. I can tell you can't do it. He's like, coach, I'm finishing the game. So there's a lot of guys on this team that people should be proud of. I know everyone is disappointed right now. And I know, we don't like the win-loss record. I get all that. That's what this is about. But there's a lot of guys that I think really competed and laid it on the line. And as I said to them, we had a chance. It was 7 points and we just didn't make the plays down the stretch. I didn't get it done for our team down the stretch. But a lot of young players got a lot of reps, Ellis, and I think that'll be, as I watch tape tonight, even tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to say to you guys, like, hey, I thought so-and-so played well because they got good reps.
And one more thing, Coach, I know I've asked you this after games before. Your comfort with how your players got ready to play today, you think you and your coaching staff have been able to do that consistently, especially today?
Yeah, I thought we came out. I thought the first half, I thought offensively we went right down and, moved it well. I thought, we kept guys off the quarterback better today than we did 2 weeks ago. I thought the defense played fantastic until it was really a mirror image of last week, right? We punt the ball down. It's third and long and we get beat on a big play or else, we're going to get the ball right back. Even the 4th and 1 that, that I was asked about earlier, we got the ball right back. The defense went out and made a stop and got the ball right back. So I thought our guys competed. They played hard. They played physical. I just think, we lost Chin, yesterday, we weren't planning on not having him, and guys had to kind of shuffle around, and they paid the price to at least get out there and know what to do.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right.